What's going on, guys? It's Shu here, bringing you another review on You Can't Be in a Rom-Com with Your Childhood Friends. Now, this episode, I'll admit, I think I said last week that there was going to be some kind of issue that the fourth waifu was going to interrupt, but she didn't. And something else happened. I was a bit surprised the way it went, but a simple plot. And I can say that it was okay. I liked that they went this way. It kind of prevents the trope of having to choose someone, when in the end, we see things are still kind of left open. So let's go ahead and get right to it. So we start off by seeing our boy AU having to decide whether he was going to go to one or the other. And as he's walking around, we actually see the fourth waifu. We see her in the beginning and the end of this episode. So I'm interested how they're going to incorporate her. And especially now that we're on the 8th episode, unless they're announcing a second season, if that's their plan, then I feel like introducing her is a little bit too late, in my opinion. But we'll see. But we have AU walking, and he finds Akari first. And she's actually practicing trying to kiss, because she has put some stock into this and hopes that it's going to work out for her. And we see that AU catches her doing it. He hears the supposed rumor of the festival, and of course she's like, "No, leave me alone!" Acting very tsundere. But AU gets a phone call from SHIO saying that, "Hey, you don't have to worry about picking me or her. Go with Akari. Something came up. Don't worry about me. You guys go ahead and enjoy it." And at first, my initial reaction was, wow, she's tossing in the towel. Like, she's trying to be a good friend rather than following her heart. And that was not the case. And so we find out that what actually happened was that she said this because she was nowhere near the festival at this point. She went, and as she was walking, she helped a lost child. She helped out a old lady who had back issues. And then, for whatever reason, a pregnant woman decided to walk around the festival, but her water broke essentially, or she felt like she was about to give birth, and had to support this woman in taking her to the hospital and being there up until the point where she got, taken back. And therefore she was stuck. She was at the hospital. And to make matters worse, her shoe snapped off. And that's one of the most frustrating things. And her husband, the pregnant woman, goes out there and is like, "Thank you. What can I do for you? I appreciate it." And she doesn't give her a clear answer. She's just kind of leaves it ambiguous. And instead of maybe taking the guy's good faith, or a favor he could have done for her, she kind of just waits around and makes that phone call. But we see that her desire to be with AU is actually stronger, so she actually decides to run barefoot from the hospital to try to get to him. But the festival ends, and she's frustrated at the fact that she wasn't able to see the fireworks with him. But I will give her props, because it's like, at first I thought maybe, and maybe other people thought this too, that she was just kind of like throwing in the towel, but she was being a good person. And though the circumstances, or the possibility of these circumstances to actually happen, were very extreme, she was there to help out. And therefore, I do give her props for that. But at the same time, Akari and AU also deserve their props, because they end up finding her. Of course, anime logic, And rather than them being separated, they wanted to be able to enjoy the fireworks together. They bought their own fireworks. They're enjoying it, and it's just kind of like when they were kids. So in the end, we see they are able to enjoy it. The girls talk it out, and they want to be fair about things, not try to hold themselves back because of the other's friendship. That's not going to change. And give him a kiss, because the dudes fell asleep. And then at the end, we see the fourth waifu again. So we'll see what happens. It was nice, a good little ending to this. But again, it's anyone's game. But that's it for me. Stay safe, and I'll catch you later.